Hello, WWE YouTube fans. I know, guys, it has been a while, and I do apologize, guys. The past couple weeks or month has been extremely busy in my family, so I've actually had to, kind of take the pause for the cause from YouTube and deal with family matters, guys. But it feels great to be back. We're kind of making this channel a new version of it beginning right now, guys. And basically, in today's episode, we are only going to be talking about one thing, one simple thing, and that is regarding the former WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, AJ Lee. But before we get into all that, guys, make sure if you enjoy the video, you hit that like and that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe down below if you have not done so already, guys. But I got a little time right now to kick off this episode before I have to go to a doctor's appointment. So let's get into it. Okay, former WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion AJ Lee has not had a WWE match, since WrestleMania, when she lost the Women's Intercontinental Championship to the Mon Becky Lynch. Now, there is some news on AJ Lee. AJ Lee actually made this announcement publicly within the past couple of days. Again, some of you guys may have seen it, already known about it, but we're going to talk about it because I think it's a really cool thing. As you guys know, AJ Lee, or April Mendez is her real name, has had a battle with a mental health journey. Those are her words, not mine. And basically, when she came back to WWE last summer, her contract was in a very, let's just call it a very unique way. All right, AJ Lee, or AJ Mendez, or April Mendez, guys, actually has a clause in her WWE contract at the moment, and that clause is a mental health clause, and that's actually what we're going to get into today's episode. June, we just got done with month number 5 of 2026. May was Mental Health Awareness Month. We are now in month number 6 of June, and June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and then month number 7 next month, July, is Women's Mental Health Awareness Month. So basically what the clause states regarding AJ Lee, guys, is about the mental health clause. Okay, so basically anytime AJ Lee is dealing with a mental health or psychological health issue, guys, under her current contract and clause with the WWE, she is eligible to take a break. It would be an automatic 90-day pause, okay? And basically what that means regarding WWE status is that, one, she is still listed as a active WWE superstar, but she is then taken off the active roster, if that makes any sort of sense. I know at times it doesn't always make sense, but that's basically her contract with the WWE. I know we have not seen AJ Lee since WrestleMania, when she lost her title to the Mon Becky Lynch. And AJ Lee said in a little interview at WrestleMania, she was asked, I think it was by Jackie Redmond, on what is next for AJ Lee. And AJ Lee said basically something very interesting. She basically said, this is not a goodbye, but it is, I hope to see you soon. Now, since then, we have not seen AJ Lee, but we did get our first appearance of AJ Lee a few days ago when she actually stated what her current contract with the WWE holds and entails. So, a lot of WWE fans and a lot of people who are not even WWE fans are really enjoying it. I think someone with ESPN said that this should be going on with every single sport, and they're definitely not wrong. I got to be very honest with you guys. I think we all miss AJ Lee. I bet there was some WWE fans out there that do not miss AJ Lee, but at least I do. And you know what? This little contract thing was a big deal because a mental health clause is not in anybody else's contract that is listed in WWE, and it is on AJ Lee. That's why AJ Lee's contract is very, very unique, because it actually states what that clause entails and represents. So, I think every sport should be doing this. I know other sports don't. I do know UFC has this, but I don't know, other than WWE and maybe UFC, and maybe some of you guys out there may know, and if you do know, let me know down below in the comments section if you know any other sport except UFC and the WWE that does this, because I know all professional sports are big on mental health, guys, but getting back to the focus in hand, I got to applaud AJ Lee. Guys, she is one of those people out there that takes mental health extremely seriously, and you got to applaud her for that, especially telling her story. She said 10 years ago when this all began, she was not able to tell her story. She kind of felt ashamed and sad, and and reasonably so. It's not this is a bad thing. So I gotta tip my hat, where it is due. But I would like to know what you guys think of this. Again, this is the very first big news that we are hearing about AJ Lee since her somehow departure from WWE. Although AJ Lee has not announced retirement from professional wrestling, it still is interesting to see what lunks behind and all that, and what is next. So yeah, guys, but I do want to get your guys' input on all of that. So definitely let me know what you guys think of it down below in the comment section. In the lobby for my doctor's appointment, WWE Union, but I just wanted to again clarify on what you guys think about AJ Lee on the mental health clause in her WWE contract. I'm very open to know. I'm very curious to know what you guys think of that. So definitely let me know your thoughts on that. If you guys probably all know my story with mental health and all that, but yeah, let's really talk about another thing. Man, you know what? Maybe we'll save it. I mean, I just heard about the Megastore LA Night. Maybe we'll save that. That could be a great, maybe episode tomorrow or something like that. But, yeah, but again, with AJ Lee, guys, I do want to get your thoughts on what you think about it. You know, I gotta be honest with you. I think AJ Lee is, or April Mendez, or AJ Mendez, whatever you want to call her. I really think she's one of those people that is very inspirational. She came from a very low background. She busted her butt through the indies. And you know what? She's one of those people that is not going to change who she is. You know, that's what I think. You know, knowing her story and how, you know, she was called weird and odd, and you know, and she's proud of that. You know, I mean, her very first tweet last summer after coming back to the WWE was, "This is for all you weirdos that support me," you know, or all my weirdos, something along that line. I got to be honest with you guys. AJ Lee is the perfect example of love who you are, be you, and always be proud of yourself. And, you know, and don't change who you are. That's literally the definition of AJ Lee, you know. I mean, her song "Let's Light It Up" is my ringtone, you know. But you know, I really think that AJ is someone that could be very inspirational for people even who are not associated with WWE. I mean, I have to look at my day-to-day life and say, you know, I get told that, you know, being a YouTuber is nothing, but then I look at AJ Lee and what I see is, what would she tell me? You know, do what you love. You know, that there's not a lot. I'm just saying this, guys. I want to know your thoughts on AJ's mental health clause. I think that really shouldn't be in people's contracts or agreements, even if it's not in sports, you know. I mean, mental health, guys, can affect anybody at any given time. And it's just, I get it. You know, it's one of those things that is not easy to talk about. It's very uncomfortable to talk about at times, but it's also very important. So, but I'm not going to go into a mental health talk, guys, or a seminar. All right, but I do want to get your guys' thoughts on what you think of it. So definitely let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to know your thoughts on all of this. But that's really all I need to say right there, guys. So I'm going to just chill, and I am going to drink my protein Pepsi. If you guys have never tried protein Pepsi, it's at Costco. So go to Costco, get a protein Pepsi. It's so good. Unfortunately, I can only have one a day, so I'm gonna finish it up. But I'll see you guys after my doctor's appointment, and we'll resume this episode. And then you guys could get mad at me all over again for not being on for a while.